All right, time for our lesson on 2 and 3 digit addition on page 327. We're going to start with a story problem, and here are the numbers that go with the story problem. Mrs. Ruth, I'm on number 1. Mrs. Ruth makes a display of plant and fish fossils for the library. She puts in 478 plant fossils. She puts in 67 fish fossils. How many fossils are in the display? So boys and girls, I guess the first question is how do we know this is supposed to be an addition problem? That's a really good thinking question to ask always. Don't just always automatically assume that we add or subtract, but always ask why. Why is it addition? And if you think back to the story, it said how many fossils are in the display. She wants to know a total of plant and fish fossils. So when you put those two together, that's how many fossils will be in the display. The next thing I want you to ask yourself is, why did I line the numbers up like I did? If it was 478 plus 67 written horizontally, why did I decide to put the 7 under the 8 in the ones place? Why did I do that? Yes, because you see here the 8 and the 7 are both in the ones. And then the 7 and the 6, those are lined up because they're in the tens, and then we have hundreds. Now when I look over here, I see a drawing that I already made, and it shows the first number. There's 400, there's 7 tens, which is 70, and then 8 ones, which is 8. Underneath it, I line up the ones and the tens, and the number 67 I drew right underneath. 6 tens, 7 ones. Does everyone see that? So now the first thing I'm going to always ask myself is, do I need to make a new 10? Start in the ones, and you see here I have 8 plus what makes a 10? You got it. 8 plus 2 makes a new 10, and I can just put a line through that because that shows we have a new 10 stick. We just added a new 10. How many ones do we have? 5. And that's because 7 plus 8 equals 15. 1 10, 5 ones. Now you can draw that by doing new groups below or new groups above. So I'm going to put new groups above. 1 10 and then 5 ones. The next thing you do is go next door to the tens and add those. 1 plus 7 plus 6. 1 plus 7 is 8, 9, 10. So I can group all of this together and make a group of 10 10 sticks. We have 8, 9, 10. And then we're left with 4 10 sticks. And that is because 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 6 is 14. How do we draw 14 tens? We make a new 100 and 4 tens. 14. And if I go back over here, that's exactly what we do. We take this group of 10 10 sticks and we make a new 100. So now how many hundreds do we have? 4 plus 1 is? 1 plus 4? Is 5. So our answer is 545. That is number 1. And what's the label for that, boys and girls? Yes, you got it. It's fossils. All right, now we're going to move on. I'm going to skip the rest of that page because you can go back and do those on your own and always ask yourself, how do I know I'm supposed to add? And why am I lining the numbers up like I am? Now we're going to skip ahead to page 328. And you can see on that page, you're gonna have 5 through 13. You choose to do either new groups below, new groups above, or show all totals. We're gonna do number 5 together. 375 has 3 hundreds, 7 tens, and 5 ones, plus 4 hundreds, 8 tens, and 2 ones. Now, if you want to, I know this helped some of you, you can make your lines. So you can line up your ones, your tens, and your hundreds. Let's go ahead and do this. 5 plus 2. We don't even need to make a new 10. 5 plus 2 is, you got it, 7. 7 plus 8 tens. Picture that. 7 tens and 8 tens equals 15 tens. 15 tens, we need to make a new 100. And 5 ones, or tens, sorry, 15. And last is adding our hundreds. 1 plus 3 plus 4. Start with 1 plus 3. That's 4, right? 4 plus 4 is 8. So our answer is 857. Does that make sense? Always ask yourself, does this problem make sense? The last thing I want to do is make a puzzled penguin problem for you. All right, I went to the store and I counted 236 cars in the parking lot. Then 68 more cars parked in that parking lot. How many cars are all together? I'm going to be puzzled penguin and I'm going to say 236 plus 68. I want to know a total of how many cars are in the parking lot. So I go over here and I line up my numbers. 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 8 is 11. And 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 6 is 9. Now I'm going to ask myself, does that make sense? Should I have 916 cars in the parking lot if I started with 200 something and added 68? Whoa, wait a minute. 68 isn't even 100. So my answer should be kind of close to 300, shouldn't it, boys and girls? But my answer ended up being 916. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see it. Do you think the same thing I think and think 68 is written wrong? How should we write 68? You're right. 236 plus 68, what is 60? It's 6 tens and 8 ones. Now let me add it. 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 6 is 10. And 1 plus 2 hundreds is 3 hundreds. Does that sound more like it? Yeah, 304 is the answer. So when you're looking at numbers that are written horizontally, make sure you line them up. All right, we'll see you next time.